Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here and you have no idea who I am, my name is Chanel. I run a brand called Chanelfiles, and over here on this small but growing corner of the YouTube world, we talk about God, fashion, luxury fashion. We do some vlogging. We love to work out. We love to eat healthy. We love to take care of our skin. And last but certainly not least, we love to live the blessed life. So if any of those things are of interest to you, then I would love and appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button down below. And while you are there, hit the bell notification so you are notified when I upload a new video. So as you guys can see from the title of today's video, we are going to be talking about shopping intentionally and 5 tips that I have on shopping intentionally and curating a stylish but long-lasting wardrobe. Per usual, I have my notes, I have my latte, so let's go ahead and get into it. The first tip that I have is getting to know and understand your personal style. What types of clothing do you gravitate to versus what types of clothing do you tend to stray away from? When it comes to fit, do you like your clothing to be a little bit more tighter and more fitted? Or are you someone like myself that likes things to be a little bit looser and a little bit more oversized? Are you someone that gravitates to brighter colors and brighter hues? Or do you like more neutral and muted tones? Are you someone that likes to wear dresses and skirts more so? Or do you prefer jeans and pants most of the time? All of these things I feel like help to edit and curate our personal style. And I feel like a lot of the times we don't actually take the time to sit and actually go through all of these details about our personal style, which in turn is sometimes why our wardrobes look a mess. So I feel like if you have yet to really sit and ask yourself and go through all of these questions, again, what fits don't you like? What colors do you tend to gravitate to? What silhouettes of clothing do you prefer or not prefer? Go through all of those things and really ask yourself and give yourself time to thoroughly answer those questions, because at the end of the day, all of these things, these smaller, minute details that we don't often think about, they have a long-term effect on what we buy, and of course, what is in our wardrobe, and whether or not those pieces are pieces that we wear and get rid of, or if these are pieces that we have and we have for years to come. Because again, the goal is to curate, yes, a stylish wardrobe, but a wardrobe that is going to last us. We don't want a wardrobe, or we don't want to build a wardrobe that is a revolving door, or at least I don't want to have a wardrobe that is a revolving door of pieces. I'm trying my best these days to curate a wardrobe that is full of stylish pieces, but of course are pieces that I love, I feel good in, they work with my personal style because they are colors that I think, complement my complexion. They are colors that I love. They are colors that are wearable and I'm able to mix with other colors in my wardrobe, and are also things that I know I will have today and wear today, but are also things that I'm confident I will have for years to come. And also something to note is these tips are more or less if you know your personal style, but maybe you just have not gotten down to minute details like I mentioned earlier. If you don't know your personal style, or you're still trying to understand your personal style, I highly recommend checking out my good sis Janae of HIGHLOWLUXXE. She did a mini series on finding your personal style. I'll leave a link to that video down below, because I'm not going to get into those components of actually trying to find your personal style. The things that I'm speaking of, I feel like are more or less if you know your personal style and you just are trying to curate and really edit your personal style. So again, if you don't know what your personal style is and you don't know what you like, I definitely recommend checking out the mini series that she did. However, if you really do know your personal style and you're just trying to edit and curate your wardrobe and curate your personal style, again, fit, silhouettes, colors, cuts, quality, which I will get into, all of those things help to, yes, create a stylish wardrobe, but most importantly, help us to curate a long-lasting wardrobe, which in the end, I am trying to do, and hopefully this video inspires you to do. The next tip is going to be shopping intentionally. And this is something that I feel like I've become really good at. I haven't always done this, and I feel like for the most part, most of us have not always done this, but this is something that I have consciously gotten better at doing over the last few years, and that is just going to be being more mindful of what I buy. Now, when I say shopping intentionally does not equate to buying expensive things or buying luxury things. The two are not the same. So whether or not you have an unlimited budget, or you are someone like myself that has a curated budget and someone that is trying to stick within a certain amount of money, maybe every month or every quarter, this simply just means knowing what you're buying, knowing the gaps that you have in your wardrobe, or even things that you just would like to have in your wardrobe, and being mindful to shop for those pieces. This is something that I have become, like I said, good at doing. I don't always do it. I fall short. However, I can say that I have become a lot more aware of what I am buying. And that is, again, not just for luxury items, not just for those higher price point items, but even things that I may purchase from Zara or Mango or H&M, even though I have began to minimize a lot of my fast fashion purchases. As cute as they are, I am slowly, very slowly, because I feel like a work in progress, but personally, I am slowly kind of transitioning out of those fast fashion companies. However, even when shopping at those companies and those brands, it's just about knowing the silhouette, knowing what it is you feel good in, knowing and understanding fabrication, knowing and understanding, is this something that I'm just buying now because it's filling a void or it's on trend right now? Or is this something that I'm missing in my wardrobe and I know 5-10 years from now, I have a feeling I will still be able to wear that. That is what I mean when I say shopping intentionally. Not just buying things because everyone is wearing them or they're on trend or everyone is talking about them. And though there's nothing wrong with that, I think it's very easy, as someone that gets caught up in it myself, it's very easy to get caught up in that. So I would just say, be mindful, have an awareness of what it is you would like to add to your wardrobe, what it is you are missing, and what it is you truly believe, because it can be hard to know, okay, this is a blazer I'm going to wear in 5 years. It can be hard to say that because you just don't know that. But I do think going into shopping with a mindfulness of, okay, this is something that I would like to add to my wardrobe, and I have a strong belief that this is something that I will have 5 or 6 or 7 years down the line. I think when you kind of slowly start to implement a little bit more mindfulness when shopping, this is what is going to prevent you from curating or really just having a wardrobe that is filled with a bunch of trendy things, and slowly start to curate and edit and build a wardrobe that is stylish and that may be trendy at times, but it's something that you wear, you love, regardless of whether or not it's on trend. And most importantly, it's going to be pieces that you have 5, 10, maybe even 15 years down the line. And that is honestly not an exaggeration, because I have pieces in my wardrobe, you guys, that I've had for 4 or 5 years now, and they're from H&M and they're from Zara. Because again, it's not about the label, but it's about knowing what it is you like, what it is I like, what I feel good in, what silhouettes I tend to stray away from versus what silhouettes I gravitate to, and pieces that I feel like I'm going to enjoy and truly wear for years to come. So be mindful, be aware when you're going into the store, whether it's Target, Zara, H&M, or you're going to Bergdorf's or Neiman Marcus or Saks. Be aware of what you're buying and knowing and understanding, is this something that I'm wearing just because it's on trend or because I'm seeing everyone wear it? Or is this something that I really love? I feel like, yeah, it may be on trend now, but whether or not it's on trend, this is something that really speaks to my personal style, and it's something that I know I will have for years to come. All right, you guys, so this next tip is going to be get rid of it. And for me, this is a very personal one, because I am someone, you guys, I cannot stand clutter. I cannot look at a bunch of things that I'm not wearing or that I don't love. It literally drives me crazy. I honestly feel like it's just the way God made me. Call me type A, call me OCD, you can call me whatever you want to call me, but you cannot call me messy. I am constantly editing my wardrobe, and even just everything that I have in my life, whether it's home decor, wardrobe, shoes, bags, whatever it may be. I am constantly going through my things and assessing Is this something that I love? Have I worn this? Did I even remember that I had this? Do I like the fit of this? Is it too small? Is it too big? All of these things, I feel like, again, we think about, but we don't do enough. If it's not something that you love, if it's not something that you've worn, if it's something that you didn't even remember that you had and you just happened to stumble across it and you're like, oh my gosh, I got this 3 years ago. I forgot I had it. Get rid of it and don't feel any type of way. And I know at times it can be difficult to just grab things out of your wardrobe and just fling them to the side to get rid of them, because there are things that have sentimental value. And obviously I'm not telling you to get rid of the vintage sweater your grandmother gave you. I'm actually wearing a few rings that are from my grandmother, and obviously even if I only wear them once a year, I'm not going to get rid of it because it's my grandmother's. So by no means am I telling you to be ridiculous and get rid of things that hold sentimental value to you. However, I am challenging you to really kind of not give yourself too much wiggle room when it comes to getting rid of things. If it's something that you don't love, if it's too big, if it's too small, if it's not something that you think you just like anymore, get rid of it, sell it, donate it. I can guarantee you, you can be a blessing to someone else by getting rid of it, as opposed to being a blessing to yourself and hoarding it. I promise you, when you get rid of things, not only are you creating more physical space, obviously, in your wardrobe to fill that space with something that you're going to wear, but for me, at least personally, getting rid of things, even if I have not sold the item yet, but simply just physically taking it out of my closet, taking it off the hanger and putting it in my sale bin, that in and of itself brings me more freedom. I don't know. Maybe it's just a personal thing, because again, I just cannot handle clutter and just looking at a bunch of stuff. But the feeling of like airiness and just openness and freedom from attaching myself to something that, again, I'm not wearing and don't love, personally, there's no better feeling in my opinion. So go through your wardrobe, cut the music on, cut a candle on, make yourself a coffee, and just get into the groove and really ask yourself, is this something that I love? Is this something that I truly am going to wear? And even more or less, if I'm gonna wear it now, but even a year from now. And again, like I said, it can be hard to assume or know what you're going to like and wear 2-3 years from now, right? That's obviously very hard to do. But 9 times out of 10, we kind of know whether or not it's going to be something that we wear a year from now, if it's something that we're going to enjoy a year or 2 from now, simply based on the amount of wear that we are or are not getting out of it right now. Make space physically in your closet for things that you're going to love and wear and get your use out of, and not only physically, but also like mentally. Then that way you're able to think about, okay, what am I missing in my wardrobe? What gap is now available to be filled? And then do the research to fill your closet and your life overall with things that you love, that are great quality, and that are going to last you years and years. So number 4 is not really a tip, but more or less just something that I'm personally kind of going through and really trying to become more, and that is less is more. Now, as I said previously, I'm someone that I can't handle clutter. I can't handle looking at a bunch of stuff. And I feel like the more I've matured in my style and I know where I want my style and my wardrobe to go, I'm really starting to realize that for me, less is more. And I don't know, it's just something that I think you start to understand when you really know your style and you understand where you want your style to go. And personally, I appreciate the less is more lifestyle. Now, by no means am I calling myself a minimalist. However, I definitely do take on and really do appreciate the lifestyle and the components and aspects of minimalism. Now, again, I'm not calling myself a minimalist. I don't even know that I could ever be a minimalist, like truly. However, I definitely am taking on a less is more approach when it does come to my wardrobe. I've just realized over the years, I don't need 15 handbags, 30 pairs of jeans, 42 sweaters, and 90 pair of boots. I just don't need it. And 9 times out of 10, you just don't need it either. And I think it's something that we've all kind of gotten sucked up in, again, looking at trends, seeing what everyone is wearing. And I think even more or less for me, not only as a consumer, as someone that buys things, but as a content creator and also someone that works a 9-to-5 job in the fashion industry. I think I've said this before, but I feel like I'm constantly being inundated with what's on trend, what's out of trend, what's new, what's old, what are the new and emerging designers and brands and labels. And it's just a lot to always take in. And I realize not everyone kind of takes on that much when it comes to fashion, but I think for me, as I have started to really edit my personal style and appreciate having a smaller, more curated wardrobe, I just appreciate having less. And it's also not just having less to say you have less or to say that you are a minimalist. It's more or less just knowing you can have a really strong wardrobe and not have a bunch of stuff, if that makes sense. I don't need all of the jeans, all the shirts, all the bags, all the shoes to know that I have a really strong and well curated wardrobe, and one that is going to last me years to come. I'm mindful of the things that I buy. Well, really, I'm mindful of what I like, what I don't like. I'm mindful of what I add and what I shop. I'm mindful to get rid of things. And in doing that, I'm building a powerful, tiny, but mighty collection and curated collection of things, of shoes, of bags, of clothes that I know are going to be powerful pieces when I put looks together, whether it's shooting looks to create content, or I'm just running errands and I want a cute but casual and comfortable outfit. I know that I have a tiny but mighty and curated selection of things that I can choose from and not feel overwhelmed. I'm not just leafing through a bunch of stuff because I refuse to get rid of it. I know that when I'm going to my loungewear section, I have 2 or 3 good loungewear sets. I know that when I'm looking for an outerwear piece, maybe because it's raining, I have one really good raincoat that is stylish, but it's perfect for the rain. I have 1 pair of boots or 2 pair of black boots, 1 over the knee, 1 chunky style, and that's all that I need. I think, again, it's just about knowing that you don't have to have all of these things to have a really good and strong, powerful wardrobe. But again, it's hard to build a good wardrobe when you are not taking into account what you have, what you don't wear, what you don't like. I promise you, when you are more mindful about what you add to your wardrobe, you would be surprised at how you don't need all of these things, yet you can still have a really good wardrobe and create some fire outfits, whether it's for personal use or you are a content creator. Less truly is more, and I promise you, it feels so good to look in your closet and say, all of these things I love, they fit well, I'm obsessed with them, they're made well, whether it's a fast fashion item from Zara or something that I decided to invest in. I feel good about everything, and I just feel better about having less items. I'm not hoarding a bunch of stuff that I don't need. I'm not consuming a bunch of stuff and being wasteful because I bought it and I haven't worn it, but I'm content with my wardrobe and having less pieces, but pieces that are powerful, they're strong, and they will last me for years to come. All right, you guys, so this last tip is definitely something I've spoken about, I want to say in a vlog before, but it is going to be stop trying to keep up. Like, truly, just stop trying to keep up with everybody. Whether you want to say keeping up with the Joneses, or, you know, maybe in 2023, keeping up with the girls. Stop trying to keep up. I've spoken about this, like I said before, but it's so easy, and I include myself in this, but it's so easy, especially with social media, with YouTube, to get sucked into what the trends are, what everybody is wearing, what everybody is buying, what everybody is talking about, what's popular, what the girls are talking about, what the girls are wearing. And I just want to tell you again, it's okay to buy things and wear things and have things that nobody knows about. It's okay to buy a bag that's from 10 years ago that nobody cares about anymore. It's okay to have things, to have labels, to invest in brands no one knows about. It's okay. And I think we know that, but I also think we still often get caught up in buying and wearing and just gravitating to the things that everyone is wearing. And I think obviously there's like a deeper conversation that has to be had, but because that is not this video, and because again, I have spoken about it before, I just want to say, like, stop trying to keep up. Know what your personal style is and hone in to what you love. That is the key component behind personal style. It is your personal style. I cannot tell you how many things, whether it's a luxury item or something from the Goodwill, because y'all, I have been back in my thrifting bag as of late, and babes, when I tell you the pieces that I have found when it comes to fashion, even some home decor items, including this lamp and this little bowl back here, I cannot tell you how well-rounded, and I don't say this in like a prideful way, but honestly, I cannot tell you how happy and content and well-rounded I feel like my wardrobe is becoming, because I know my style. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know what's on trend, because again, I need to know the trends for my job as a content creator and plus as a consumer, right? But I do not allow the trends. I do not allow what everybody is wearing, what everybody is talking about, what everybody is buying to dictate my personal style and thus my wardrobe. I know what I like. I know I like my stuff to be oversized and loose because that is what I like and that is what I feel comfortable in. I know over the past few years, I've been gravitating to neutrals, and I know that when I get dressed, having a more neutral wardrobe, I'm able to mix and match my wardrobe more, right? I know that when I get rid of things, I'm able to create space mentally and physically for things that I love. Whether or not you know about it, whether or not it's a label the girls are talking about or wearing, I know what I like. And I think it's so imperative to simply focus on you. And yes, that's something we know, but again, I think it's so easy to get sidetracked on everybody else and what everybody's wearing and talking about. So I say all of that to say, again, stop trying to keep up with what the trends are. Know the trends, appreciate the trends, know that the trends are simply just a reflection of what you're going to be seeing in the masses, but do not allow the trends, do not allow what you see everybody on Instagram or everybody on YouTube or everybody at your job, wherever it is, to dictate your style. It's okay to buy things and have things and wear things that are seasons old, or again, that are brands nobody knows or nobody is checking for. And actually, I think it's even better when people don't necessarily know everything you're wearing and people can't just clock your outfit from head to toe because all you are wearing are the trends or the things and the designers that everyone is talking about. Maybe that's just a personal thing, it's just a me thing, but it is something powerful in just knowing your style and honing in on what it is you love and what makes you feel good. So stop trying to keep up, sis. Know what it is you like, what you don't like, and build a wardrobe and curate a style that speaks to you, not to everybody else. All right, ladies, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if any of these tips are helpful for you or gave you a little bit more insight when it comes to curating and building a long-lasting wardrobe. Per usual, if you are not already subscribed, sis, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button down below, and while you are there, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. Check out my blog, Chanelfiles.com. Follow me over on Instagram at Chanelfiles, and of course, last but certainly not least, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.